Hello, friend. How are you? Welcome to the Web Development Online Course Module 1. I am your facilitator, Ayo Essien. Today we're going to be looking at the introduction to the internet. We'll be defining terms like World Wide Web, browser, servers, and internet protocol. Now, this information is important because the web, as it were, is not complete without the internet. The internet was brought about the advent of the web and web development itself. So our understanding of this will help us in our process to developing your website. Wow, wow, wow! I'm so excited, and I believe that you're gonna get the most or the best rather from this course. Now, what's the internet? We are so familiar with the internet. We use it every day on our phones, in our laptops, in our offices. And so basically, what does it mean? What does it mean when we say the internet? You get what does it mean? And the way I used to define it is that the internet is simply a network of various type of computers connected together globally. It's a network where we have computer A from Nigeria, alongside computer B from Ghana, alongside computer C from America to Asia, all the whole continents. Computers from this various part of the world all joining one network. And what is the purpose? The purpose is so as to enable easy flow of information from one computer to another computer. That is, a computer in Ghana can get information from a computer in US. Then a computer in Australia can get information from a computer in Lagos. A computer in China can also send information to a computer in Amsterdam. So that is what the internet has made possible. So when you think about the internet, you have your phone, you have your laptop or your palm top. You want to on your Wi-Fi, you want to buy data to connect to the internet. What you're simply doing is to join that network. So it means once you're in that network, you can access information from every part of the world as long as that information is stored in a computer that is part of the network. So that is in simple terms what the internet means. Now, what type of information are we talking about now? Well, I'm going to narrow this to web itself. There are various information you can share on the internet, but we are focusing more on web documents. Web documents are documents that are created using HTML. I'm going to go into that a bit more. And there are documents that are seen and accessed via the internet through the browser. All right. So servers. What are servers? Now, I said earlier that a computer connected to the internet has the ability to receive information and also give or share information. Now, the kind of information we are talking about here now in this course is web documents, web pages, or websites. Now, servers are computers. They are special kind of computers or systems where web documents that are stored. Let me say it that way. Where web documents are stored. Now, what makes the server unique is in its ability to send information to a browser when a browser requests for it. You get, so when you type in www.facebook.com, you are trying to access a web document, which is facebook.com, which is Facebook itself. Facebook is a web document. You get stored in a server. Now they have a server. A server is a computer. A web server is a computer where this information, this document is stored. So the server has a unique ability to send this document to multiple clients, multiple systems that are making requests for it. So what's a client? A client is simply a computer that makes requests for an information, like your PC, your personal PC. is a client. You could make it a server as well if you have information or that you are sharing as well. But the cost of running a server is quite pretty expensive. So most of personal PCs are usually client PCs. So you on your browser and you try to search for something, or you making a request for an information. The where that information is stored is called servers. And what are the characteristics of servers? Servers are basically computers. They are systems. They have large disk space. They have high RAM. They are connected to the internet. That's very important. And of course, they have to be always on. Sometimes when you try to get a website from, you're trying to browse a website and it says server is not available, server is down. Probably the server is off, turned off, or the server is not connected to the internet. You get, or something is wrong with us with the server. So that's that about servers. Now browsers, we all know browsers. We use them every day. Mozilla, my favorite is Chrome. Yeah, I love Chrome. Now what's the uniqueness about browsers? Now web documents are called, they are HTML documents, hypertext markup language document. That's HTML. It's a type of programming language that is used to create web documents. You get, and it's a code. It's different forms of tags. You get. Subsequently, I'm going to do a tutorial, a course on HTML itself. So when that happens, I'm going to teach you HTML. But just understand that it's a programming language. It is a language where you have to use some certain tags to write. Now, the uniqueness of browser is that it is only browser that can render or preview HTML properly. Now, back to the example of Facebook. When you go to www.facebook.com, what the server, where Facebook.com document, that web document is stored, sends to the browser is a bunch of HTML codes, and what the browser does is that it previews them and interprets them. It shows you the picture, the Facebook icon, shows you the blue Facebook, you see it, and it gives you the login form fields where you enter your username and your password. So it's the browser that has the ability to do that. Now, HTML is the language of the web. Now, of course, there are other languages. There's PHP, for interactivity between databases and forms. There is ASP.NET. There's different other type of languages, but the HTML is what embodies all of them. The language of the web is HTML, and it's only browsers that can interpret them. So let's define terms. IP address. Okay, now what's IP? IP is simply a code that identifies a computer network or a particular computer or other device on a network. Now, what that means is, you remember I said earlier that the internet is a network of various computers. Now we need to have a way to identify all these computers on that network. So each computer has an address assigned to it. The moment you go on the internet, your computer has been assigned an address, a number, a series of digits and dots, and that address is called IP address. Now, when you store your document in a web server, a server is where you can share, that you can send information on request. So that server has an IP that will be associated with your document. So you'll be given an IP address of the location of your web document on a server. So when you say, oh, what's my website IP address, it is given to you, assigned to you when you store your web page or web document on a server. Now, there's something known as domain name system that associates that IP address, because the IP address is cumbersome to remember. It's a series of ones and digits that might be confusing to tell people. So the DNS system associates your IP address with a particular domain name. Like, oh, you said you want to build a website, www.iaminschool.com, www.trevorhousing.com. So you've chosen your domain name. So the domain name system now superimposes your name that you have chosen to your IP address. So that's what domain name system means. Now, URL is a universal resource locator. It simply means where a particular file that is within the internet is stored, how it is being accessed. We use the URL to track the unique location or unique address of a particular file through via the internet. Hosting account is you getting a server space. You remember I said the cost of maintaining a server is pretty high, pretty expensive. So as a web developer, we have developed our site. What we do is to buy a space from a hosting company. What that means is we are buying a server space. We want 1 gig, 2 gig. So the hosting company set up a server as a business, and they maintain it, ensure the computer is always on. It has up-to-date server softwares like Apache, many other things they do. So we patronize them because we can own servers ourselves. It's quite expensive, and they make sure that our web document is easily accessible on the internet via the network by browsers. Yes, so that's how everything comes together. That's the whole technology behind web development and the internet itself. So if you have questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be available to answer them. Now, your take-home assignment from this particular module is to read more on the internet, read more on servers, read more on browsers. We can't really go detail into all of that, but this information is necessary because these are what I will be making reference to as we continue in building your own amazing website. So thank you so much for listening. My name is Ayo Essien. Follow me on Facebook, on Twitter. Ayo Essien is the name on Facebook. Ayo Essien 2, / Essien Ayo. And this is Courtesy Web Edge, and I appreciate you for listening. Thank you so much.